William stood beside Camilla at the coronation, smiled for the cameras, and according to Angela Levin, he's told his children they have 2 grandfathers but only 1 grandmother. Sources include NPR, Tina Brown's Palace Papers, and Harry's own words. Destroyed Diana's wedding necklace, wore Eugenie's tiara, converted Harry's bedroom into a closet. Today we're covering 15 acts, from broken promises to stolen heirlooms to a power play the palace is still trying to bury. Number 9 involves a gift from Diana's wedding day. Charlotte will never see it the same way. And number 14, even her defenders went quiet. When you hear what she weaponized, you'll understand why the consequences are just beginning. If you remember Diana holding those boys' hands, this is the evidence. It started with the promise. Number 1, the broken promise. In 2005, Clarence House promised the nation Camilla would be princess consort, never queen. That was the deal, the price of forgiveness after everything she'd done to Diana's marriage. By February 2022, Queen Elizabeth wished her queen consort. By April 2023, consort was quietly dropped from the coronation invitation. No announcement, no consultation, no apology, just gone. University of New Hampshire professor Nicoletta Gullis told NPR she was surprised to see her announced as Queen Camilla. She said Charles basically forced it through to make both of them look legitimate. 3 steps: Duchess to Queen Consort to Queen, each upgrade taking more than what was agreed, each one moving her further from the deal that was supposed to protect Diana's memory. But that's just the title on paper. Wait until you see what she did with the title Diana bled for. Number 2, refusing Diana's title, then taking Diana's crown. When Camilla married Charles in 2005, she was legally entitled to Princess of Wales, Diana's title. The title the world associated with one woman and one woman only. She refused it. Royal historian Marlene Koenig confirmed the tension and anger were too dangerous, so they called her Duchess of Cornwall instead. Princess of Wales was too hot because of Diana's memory. The public would have revolted. But Queen, the one title Diana was told she could never have? Camilla took it without blinking. Diana was told to her face she would never be queen. Charles said it. The palace confirmed it. She raised 2 boys, changed the world, and died without a crown. And the woman who broke her marriage wears it every morning. Number 3, the Barbie doll Diana's family fought to block. March 2024, Camilla was presented with a one-of-a-kind Barbie at Buckingham Palace in her exact outfit. She called it brilliant. In 1996, Mattel CEO Jill Barad offered Princess Diana a collectible Barbie. Diana refused, didn't want her image cheapened by a mass-produced toy. After Diana's death, Mattel tried again through her sister, Lady Sarah McCorquodale. She was horrified. Instagram comments on Camilla's Barbie. Is this the new villain collection? A Mistress Barbie. Didn't know homewrecking was inspirational. Diana said no because she had standards. Her own sister fought to protect those standards after she died. Camilla said yes while being celebrated for empowering women. 3 down, 12 to go. And if you think broken promises and rejected Barbies are arrogant, wait until you see what she did to Diana's actual belongings. That wedding day gift I mentioned, it's at number 9. And the closer we get, the worse it sounds. What you've seen so far are individual choices. From here, it becomes a pattern. And patterns have consequences. Number 4, the coronation crown. For the May 2023 coronation, Camilla wore Queen Mary's 1911 crown reset with Cullinan diamonds from Elizabeth's personal collection. Buckingham Palace called it sustainability. Elizabeth wore those diamonds as brooches for decades, personal, intimate pieces she chose carefully for specific occasions. Camilla had them removed from their settings and mounted on her coronation crown. Historian Danielle Kinsey told NBC the Cullinan diamonds carry deep colonial baggage. Elizabeth kept those stones close for 70 years. Camilla ripped them out for a single morning and called it being green. Actually, let me slow down. The next one isn't about crowns or diamonds. It's about a child's bedroom. And it might explain why, according to Angela Levin, William doesn't consider Camilla family. Number 5. Converting Harry's bedroom into her dressing room. Prince Harry revealed in Spare that the moment he moved out, Camilla converted his bedroom into her personal dressing room. His words, "I tried not to care, but especially the first time I saw it, I cared." Stop and picture that. A boy loses his mother at 12, grows up in that room, leaves, and the person who replaced his mother turns it into a closet. Tina Brown confirmed in the Palace Papers the same thing happened at Highgrove. 5 bedrooms in Clarence House, multiple rooms at Highgrove, and out of all those spaces, Camilla chose Harry's. The room where Diana's youngest son grew up. Diana tucked him into that bed, read to him in that room, and Camilla filled it with handbags. Those of us who remember Diana holding those boys' hands at every public event, shielding them from cameras, kneeling to whisper to them during ceremonies, understand why Harry wrote what he wrote. She wasn't just their mother, she was their protector. And the woman who replaced her chose his bedroom to prove she could. We're at number 5 of 15. That wedding gift at number 9. The one I said Charlotte will never see the same way. I haven't told you what it is yet, and when I do, you'll wish I was exaggerating. Number 6. Wearing Princess Eugenie's wedding tiara. November 2025. Camilla hosted the diplomatic corps reception at Windsor Castle, wearing the Greville Emerald Kokoshnik tiara, the exact piece Eugenie wore for her 2018 wedding. No other royal had ever worn it publicly, not once, until Camilla. And the timing? Amid the Andrew Epstein scandal with new files being released. The Royal Observer noted the decision ensures the debate will continue. Eugenie's wedding tiara was sacred because only she had worn it. The one beautiful memory from a day that should have been perfect. Camilla took that distinction while Eugenie's father was losing everything. Diana understood jewelry was never decoration. It was a message. When she wore the Cambridge Lover's knot knowing Charles hated it, defiance. When she wore the revenge dress with no tiara at all, the loudest statement in modern royal history. Diana used jewelry to speak truth. Camilla uses it to take territory. Number 7. Raiding Queen Elizabeth's jewelry vault. Since becoming queen, Camilla has systematically pulled tiaras and brooches Elizabeth rarely or never wore publicly. Queen Alexandra's Kokoshnik tiara, not seen since 2015. An aquamarine piece Elizabeth wore once in the 1970s, Queen Victoria's Hesse Diamond Jubilee brooch, pieces locked away for 70 years. Right Royalty said Camilla is blowing up the royal jewelry rules. Elizabeth wore the same brooches for 7 decades. Consistency, duty, restraint. Every repeat was a message. I serve. I'm steady. I don't need new. Camilla treats the vault like a costume department, debuting new pieces at every event. 70 years of Elizabeth's restraint, undone in 2 years of Camilla's appetite. 7 of 15. And if those 7 felt like evidence stacking toward a verdict, that's exactly what they were. But the next 3 aren't evidence anymore. They're the verdict delivered in broad daylight. Number 8 happened on live television. And number 9, the wedding day gift, the thing I told you Charlotte will never see the same way, is 2 items away. What Camilla did to it can never be undone. This is where arrogance goes public, on camera, on record. Number 8, the trooping the color face. June 2025. Camilla rode beside Charles for trooping the color. Footage went viral. Visibly bored, sour-faced, half-hearted waves. The comments were savage. 1, that grumpy face says it all. Another, I've never seen a person born looking like a cartoon villain more than Camilla. Kate and Charlotte were beaming beside her. Louis stole the show. YouGov early 2025. Camilla at 38% popularity. 30 years she fought for that crown. Can't look grateful wearing it for one afternoon. Diana lit up that carriage every single year, even when her marriage was crumbling behind closed doors. Duty, grace, gratitude. Camilla couldn't manage any of the three for a single afternoon. Now, the wedding day gift I've been holding since the very first sentence of this video. Number 9, turning Diana's necklace into a brooch. This is it. The thing given to Diana on her wedding day. The one I told you Charlotte would never see the same way. Diana's Prince of Wales feathers necklace. 4 carats of white diamonds, a 3-carat cabochon emerald, 3 diamond-encrusted ostrich feathers, given to her by the Queen Mother on her wedding day. After Diana's death, it returned to the royal collection. Camilla had it refashioned into a brooch and was first photographed wearing it in 2006. Stephen Stone Jewelers value it at $137,000. She's worn it to Trooping the Color, a Queen's reception, the Cheltenham Festival, casually, repeatedly, as though it was always hers. She didn't just wear Diana's necklace, she physically altered it, cut it apart, made it impossible to ever wear the way Diana wore it. That's not borrowing, that's erasure. Charlotte will never see her grandmother's necklace the way it was meant to be worn. Anyone who watched Diana wear that necklace, at galas, under the lights, glowing with a grace that made everyone else in the room disappear, will never forget it. And now it's gone. Not lost, not misplaced, redesigned, by someone who took her husband first and her jewelry second. If you've spent years knowing the truth about this woman, you were right. We all were. 6 acts left. Each one cuts closer to Diana than the last, and one of them involves a private conversation with a grieving child, and what Camilla allegedly did with it before the week was out. Number 10, working less than everyone while holding the highest title. This one is pure numbers, and numbers don't lie. 2024 Court Circular. Camilla completed 182 engagements. 6th place. Princess Anne did 474. The Duke of Gloucester, 80 years old, did 216. 2025, she improved to 228, still 5th. Anne did 478. Edward did 313. Sophie did 235. She carries the title Queen, doesn't carry the workload. Anne does more than double. No crown, no coronation, no complaints. Diana walked through an active minefield in Angola because nobody told her she couldn't. That's the gap between serving and posing. 10 down, 5 to go. The first 10 were receipts, things anyone can look up. But the last 5 connect to Diana in ways that made me stop and just sit quietly for a while. And number 14, what she weaponized, who it was meant to protect. Even her defenders couldn't explain it. We're almost there. Everything before this was about what Camilla took. Titles, jewels, rooms, recognition. What comes next is about who she hurt and how close to Diana the damage cuts. Number 11, can't we get away from all this protocol? Royal author Tom Quinn reported in Yes Ma'am that staff recalled Camilla regularly saying, "Can't we get away from all this protocol? It's all bollocks." Charles replied, "You're going to do it for me, darling." Quinn told Fox News Digital that Camilla didn't want to be queen because she knows you're constantly under the microscope. Elizabeth served from 25 to 96, 70 years. Not one recorded complaint about protocol, not once. Camilla lasted barely 18 months. Diana never complained about protocol either. She complained that nobody helped her, that nobody showed her kindness, that nobody in that family taught her how to survive. Different complaints, different women entirely. And what Camilla did next, to a grieving 16-year-old boy, might be the most revealing act on this entire list. Not the most powerful, the most revealing. Number 12, leaking William's private conversation. Harry alleged in Spare that after Camilla's first meeting with William, 16 years old, still grieving his mother, stories appeared in every paper about their private conversation. Pinpoint accurate details, none from William. Harry repeated it on CBS 60 Minutes, telling Anderson Cooper that made her dangerous because of the connections she was forging within the British press. There was open willingness on both sides to trade information, 2 separate occasions, in print and on camera. Harry stated this on the record. A private conversation with a grieving teenager who had just buried his mother, used as currency. William opened up to the woman his father chose over his mother, and according to Harry, she sold him out before the week ended. William has never forgotten. Every time he honors Diana publicly and credits her alone for the man he became. That's the 16-year-old remembering. Those of us who remember Diana's Panorama interview, the trembling hands, the steadied voice, the way she looked straight into the camera with everything to lose, know what betrayal sounds like when it comes from inside a palace. William learned that lesson at 16. Now I need you to hear this next one carefully. It's not about words or leaks. It's about a ceremony. And what it said, louder than any headline. Number 13, the double coronation power statement, May 2023. The ceremony was titled The Coronation of Their Majesties, King Charles III and Queen Camilla. MSNBC called it a double-billed affair designed to show equal partnership. She was anointed, crowned, and enthroned alongside Charles. Philip was never given a double coronation with Elizabeth. He wasn't even crowned. Philip served 69 years as consort, never demanded co-billing. He walked 2 steps behind Elizabeth for 7 decades and never once complained publicly. Camilla got a double ceremony after 18 years, and Diana was never even given the chance. The woman who would have filled Westminster Abbey with light never got her coronation. The woman who broke her marriage got 2, 13 down, 2 left, and the last 2 aren't about arrogance anymore. They're about erasing Diana. Number 14 is the one even her defenders went quiet on. Number 14, orchestrating Andrew's title strip. Here we go. What she weaponized and who it was meant to protect. The moment her defenders went quiet. October 2025. Royal insiders reported Queen Camilla was instrumental in stripping Andrew of his Duke of York title. The reasoning, Andrew was compromising her work supporting sex abuse victims. Marie Claire confirmed it came amid the Epstein scandal. Now let me be direct. Camilla's domestic violence work is real and has helped hundreds of women. That's not in question. What's troubling is how she framed it. She made her charity work the reason Andrew had to go. He deserved to lose the title, but she made it about her work, her causes, her patronages, her reputation, not the victims. Call it justice if you want. I call it leverage dressed up as compassion. Diana shook hands with AIDS patients when the rest of the world wouldn't touch them. She held dying children. She didn't use their suffering as a shield. She used her platform to ease theirs. People who saw her midnight hospital visits, no cameras, no photographers, no agenda, know the difference instantly. And that difference is exactly what makes the last item on this list the most dangerous of all. Not for Diana, for Camilla, number 15, building her legacy, while Diana's sons watch. Since 2023, Camilla has built a charitable empire, president of WOW Foundation, patron of domestic violence and sexual assault charities, founder of The Reading Room, patron of the Anne Frank Trust, named most influential woman by The Independent 3 consecutive years, received a Barbie doll, featured in Newsweek as a working royal, all while Diana's statue stands at Kensington Palace. All while Charlotte Elizabeth Diana carries her grandmother's name. All while William credits every cause he champions to his mother, and has told his children, according to Levin, that they have only one grandmother. Someone who discovered charity work in her 60s is quietly trying to write over everything Diana built with her bare hands and her broken heart. Camilla changed her reputation with press releases and palace PR. She didn't change the world to become queen. She became queen and then hired the world to change her reputation. 15 acts, 15 choices, each documented, each deliberate. From the promise she shredded to the legacy she's building on someone else's pain, this isn't a woman who married into royalty. This is a woman who believes she conquered it. But William is Diana's son, and Diana's son remembers everything. What Camilla stands to lose when that day comes might be the most satisfying list you'll hear all year. Click here to see the 20 things Camilla will lose when Charles is gone. Number 14 is the one the palace is already trying to bury.